Yo guys, what's up? Definitely know we was gonna talk about this because Maximilian, I do use a lot of his videos sometimes when I'm doing kind of reactions. But he did a video probably like a couple of days ago where he talked about the passing of Itagaki. If you don't know, Itagaki is the creator of Dead or Alive and the rebooted Ninja Gaiden. Uh, Maximilian pretty much had to clarify some things because people have been going at his neck lately about the fact that they feel more like he's being very disingenuous when it comes to Dead or Alive because he never really particularly liked the series, and he's pretty much said on several occasions that he doesn't like the game. He doesn't like the franchise like that, which is, hey, that's his opinion. That's what he wants to do. He doesn't like the game. He says he can't find a character that fits his play style, which I can understand that. But we're gonna go ahead and get into his statement. Here it is. As you see, I'm on X, and if you want to follow me, I'm at FGC Chris, FGC_Chris_. Find me. I don't tweet that much, but I'm probably gonna start tweeting more now. Okay. If anyone thinks I love DOA, y'all are severely mistaken, or are watching Clem. All right, let's try that again. If any of you think I love DOA, y'all are severely mistaken or watching only clips. I've been consistent that I'm not a DOA fan, but appreciate Itagaki's work for having a hyper gameplay focused pioneering vision. Ain't trying to be breach DOA fandom here, just respecting the man's contribution. Now, I don't particularly like that part right there, but I know Max probably typed this out pretty quick, but and yeah, he's like, a lot of the DOA community has been going at him, basically bringing up a lot of the old things he would say about Dead or Alive, just the fact that he didn't like the game and he hasn't had a really good opinion about the game. Now, he has respected Itagaki and what they were trying to do with Dead or Alive, but a lot of the people in the DOA community feel, rightfully or unjustly, feel that the FGC is kind of giving DOA a raw deal. Like, they don't really consider it. They never really considered it to be a fighting game. They just basically, honestly, they just consider it a titty game. And it's just, the community is getting really irritated because all of a sudden now with Itagaki's passing, all of a sudden now, like, the FGC wants to recognize Dead or Alive as something more than just, boobs and butts. And Max is like he's the biggest content creator in the FGC, so he's definitely catching the brunt of it because of that. And I do think it's unfair because if I'm really looking at it, Maximilian, he does have influence within the community, and the fact that they're just going at him so hard could end up being a really, really, really bad thing because it could completely backfire. I didn't even see that. It can completely backfire, especially right now with the DOA community. I think right now we don't need to really be gatekeeping because we need all the players we can get right now. Because right now, I think last time I looked on there was only 49 people playing Dead or Alive 6, 34, I believe, was playing Dead or Alive 5 last round. And I'm like, there was a slight uptick where I think it had got up to like 100 or something one day, but I think that was like right after Itagaki had passed. But right now, like, I'm just gonna be honest, right now DOA is pretty much like a dead franchise, and it's crazy to me because of how popular the game was. But there was several mistakes on Team Ninja and Dead or Alive's part that kind of really hurt them in the FGC. And right now I just feel like the game is just dormant. Now, with Ninja Gaiden 4 coming out, that could be a sign of a DOA revival, but we don't know. And like I said, Max is like the normie streamer, okay? He doesn't really take too many positions, I would say, that differ from the overall community. And he's not the super hardcore fighting game person. He's kind of transitioning to that normie state, and I really just think it's just the community getting upset with just overall just tired of getting shitted on, especially about Dead or Alive, and just how people have kind of just gone at it for years, and now people are just getting really frustrated. So I do understand why those players are kind of getting pissed off, but right now we need to be kind of just opening the doors and just welcoming people in, because Dead or Alive needs it right now. Because I'm pretty sure Team Ninja is looking, and I'm pretty sure I think Master even said it on Mike Hollow's podcast. Like, Team Ninja knows like people want another Dead or Alive, and it's brought up. And every time they talk about new games and meetings and stuff like that, it's brought up. So I am really hoping that we do get an announcement, and I got my fingers crossed that Dead or Alive, excuse me, not Dead or Alive, Ninja Gaiden 4 will be the game that once that comes out, maybe around the Game Awards, we might see something or an announcement, but that could just be wishful thinking on my part. But right now, like I say, I respect Max. He's been, like I said, he's been consistent on this thing. He doesn't like Dead or Alive, so I gotta respect him on that. But he did give his flowers to Itagaki and Team Ninja and what they accomplished with Dead or Alive 4 and the rebooted Ninja Gaiden and everything that they did back in the early 2000s. But you guys let me know what y'all think. I'll talk to y'all guys later. Peace. I'm out.